There's an ancient text that reads, "It is not wise for a man to be alone." Now, I'm no Bible scholar, but I can tell you, I'm pretty sure when the Lord spoke those words, he was talking to me. Chairmaster, fellow Toastmaster, guest, let me tell you why it is not good for this man to be alone. Now, before I begin, I think it's important to note that I'm 31 years old. Now, that will become more important as we move through the story. So, reason number one why this man should not be alone. I have a terrible sense of direction. I can't even use the GPS. I get lost. It is so bad. I've lived in Murfreesboro for over 10 years. I graduated from MTSU. I work at MTSU for a total of about 10 years. But still to this day, I get lost. Every semester, I have a freshman come up to me and say, "Hey, Mr. Gooden, can you tell me how to get to the KUC?" And every time I would give him directions, I would think to myself, this person would be better off before they met me. They're going to get lost. It has gotten so bad that I made the decision that from here on out, anytime someone asks me for directions, whether I'm in Murfreesboro or I'm on campus, I always say, "I'm sorry, I'm not from around here." It is so bad that when you have a terrible sense of direction, it's also hard for you to articulate where you're trying to go when you need help. So I'll call my wife and say, "Honey, remember that place we ate at about 6 years ago? That one place where they cooked the chicken all the way through? I'm trying to get from there to that other place down the street." Now, like a good wife, she can decipher what I'm saying, and she always get me to where I'm going. It is so bad that if tonight there's a detour, I don't think I'll get home. Reason number two why this man should not be alone. I hate grocery shopping. I hate it with a passion. Anytime I have to go grocery shopping, I start having a tantrum. My wife will yell upstairs and say, "Honey, we need to go to the grocery store." And I'm like, "I don't want to go to the grocery store." And she's like, "Come on, there's nothing in the refrigerator to eat. There's like some rice and some crouton." And I'm like, "I'll just eat rice and crouton." Now, she forces me to get in the car, and I'm not happy about it. So I'll get in the passenger side, have my arms folded. And you know when you're mad at someone, you never look at them. You kind of look out the window. So I'm looking out the window as we driving, and I'm saying, I continue on with my tantrum. I'm tired of going to Walmart. People are strange, and you just walk around every aisle. You never have a freaking list, and we're there all night. And she'll let me get it out. She'll let me just speak those words and like a good wife should. And as soon as we get to the grocery store, here's what she does. She takes my hand. She puts it on the buggy, and she says to me, "I tell you what, I promise to be quick. And if you behave yourself, I'll take you to get you a Subway cookie." Now, with my 31-year-old self, I'm sitting there, I'm still kind of pouting, and I just kind of, look over and say, "Chocolate chip cookie?" Yes, my wife has to bribe me with chocolate chip cookies in order to get me to behave in the grocery store. Reason number three why this man should not be alone. I simply can't be left alone. Anytime I'm left to myself, I get bright ideas. Well, they're bright ideas to me, but they always turn out to be bad ideas. One such idea. My wife, when she drives, she likes to eat sunflower seeds. She collects them, and for whatever reason, we had a whole lot of sunflower seeds. And I said to myself, what is the most efficient way to get rid of these sunflower seeds? Now you're thinking, just throw them in the trash. But that didn't make sense to me. I need a better way. So I decided to pour them all down the garbage disposal. Needless to say, it took me like 2 hours to unclog the garbage disposal. And by that point, I had already ruined it, so I had to call maintenance in order for them to fix our garbage disposal. Another such time, the efficient way, the manly way. How can I do this? So what I did was, I took one of those big popcorn bins that you get around Christmas time. I filled it to the top with those papers. And I said to myself, how can I get this to go about just a little bit faster? Got some lighter fluid. Doused it real good with the lighter fluid. Now, let me stop here. I know you're thinking, at this point, he's probably going to take that Big Ten drum and go outside in the woods and continue lighting that fire. No, that didn't make sense to me at the time. Why walk all the way outside? So what I decided to do, I decided to take that tin and sit it out on the back porch of the apartment complex. A wood porch. Needless to say, I almost burnt the apartment complex. Now, it has gotten so bad that we're married now. She kind of stuck with me. But we have an agreement. Anytime she leaves the house, she tells me two things. First, if you're going to do anything electrical or home improvement related, here's what I want you to do. Just wait till I get home. And number two, please, I beg you, don't burn my house down. Now, as you can see, it is definitely not wise for this man to be alone. Because, one, I wouldn't know where I'm going. Two, I would not have anything to eat. And three, I probably would burn the house down. That is why in that same ancient text, it also says, he that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing. And that's a tell.